Hello, did you miss us? Ah, come on, we didn't really give you time for that, did you? Hopefully, you've just seen the Slovenia show. If not, catch us on Catch Up. Welcome to ESC Fan TV, and we're looking at Belgium, who had their national final yesterday evening. Joining me in the panel this evening, obviously, we've got the lovely Phil and Michelle. Hello.
Hello!
Hello!
We've got big hopes for Belgium because we can get the ferry from Hull.
It's always about the ferries with you, isn't it? Every time.
Oh, yeah,
Then
definitely.
again, someone might even be lucky enough to have it on their doorstep. It's the lovely Elena.
Hi, and then I invite everyone to stay just at my place. Like I have a huge garden. Just take your tent with you and stay in my garden, free,
A tent. Is that all we're being offered? A tent.
and a
Shh.
bathroom. Shut up.
Okay. No. I like it. The offers being upped. We've also got Una. Good evening, Una.
Goedenavond, bonsoir, guten Abend, like we say in Belgium. Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be back. You've missed me. I've missed you. It's been so long.
No offer of accommodation there in the event of a Belgian victory.
Of course, like I'll buy a whole camping ground for everyone. Like, come on over.
Love it. Excellent. We're going to be well catered for. Also joining us, we've got the lovely Mick. Good evening, Mick.
Hello, everybody. Hopefully, the mice have stopped nibbling my connection.
Not quite sure that's happened yet. And also, we've got the lovely Brendan as well. Good evening, Brendan.
Evening, all. It's really good to be back. I'm really excited for this one.
Excellent. Right. Okay. Guys, it was a fabulous show in Belgium last night. Really excited to talk about the winner. However, I have to say, we've got to do the whole thing first. So we're going to kick things off. We're going to look at songs 1 to 4. Strap yourselves. There we go. You had the brilliant, perfectly imperfect Fia Papa, Monster, and Désolé there. Let's go straight to the Belgians, I think, for their take on this, because I think you had such a great national final last night. Do you know what? I'm going to go to Alina first for this four. I'm going to go to Una first for the second four. So, Alina, what were your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts is that I'm not désolé for our national final. Get the joke? No.
I've been learning French. I have been learning French. Just saying.
Then you speak it better than I do. But anyway, so to start off with Lise and Perfectly Imperfect, I love that song. It was my third place. But for me, it was very Danish. Like that could go to MGP Denmark. The second one was, which one was it? I don't remember. The other one I remember. Fia Papa. Yeah. For me, it was too soon after the Joost. So for me, that was a whole Joost effect. But I thought she did it well, but she wasn't that secure. She needed to grow more. Then we had Monster, Jelle van Daal. Loved that. But for me, then it sounded very Swedish. Yeah, I loved it, and I think the staging was better than I expected. And then we had Mentissa, which everyone was like crazy about because she's like a huge star in Belgium and France, and everyone thought we were first place for Mentissa because of the Mentissa effect. But she let me down a bit. I thought it was a bit boring, like it didn't come over. But the song is stuck in my head since yesterday. So,
Hey, do you know what? We love an earworm. We absolutely love an earworm here. Una, what did you think?
Well, I think the songs and in all, it was a good quality of songs. Um, we've had worse. um, the opener, I really liked it. When I saw it the first time a few weeks ago, I was doubting a bit, but then I saw it yesterday on stage, the bigger stage, and I was like, oh yeah, it's actually quite nice. Um, it was also like in my top three. together with Monster, but later on that. The second one was Fia Papa. I was actually very happy there were two French songs in the national final. The first one, like Eileen said, she needed to grow more, and it didn't really catch my attention. It's nice. It's a nice song, but it didn't do anything like a wow effect for me. Then on to the third song, Monster. I actually got Loreen vibes for a moment. Yeah, my mom said it as well. She was watching with me, and she said, "Oh yeah, that's right. It's kind of like Loreen," and that was her favorite to win. Um, Actually, yeah, she really sang perfectly. Uh, the song was the song was actually very good as well, and like Eileen said as well, a Swedish vibe, Loreen vibe. And then for Mentissa, I also had the same thoughts like Eileen. Um, I was kind of underwhelmed with what she sent. The verses were a bit boring for me. I really liked, of course, the rapapapa part. That's the part that sticks in your head. But otherwise, I'm a bit let down by Mentissa. But who knows? Maybe next year.
You never know. Might happen. Might happen. Let's go to Brendan. Brendan, out of these four, what was your favourite?
My favourite of the four and overall was Perfectly Imperfect. I really, really enjoyed that song. I thought maybe the vocals weren't quite brilliant, but it's a very catchy beat. Lyrics are very easy. I got, again, as Aline said, a very Danish vibe, especially maybe similar to Sand from last year. It really draws you in. You kind of want to sing along to it. So I really enjoyed that one. However, as per the other three, I don't think any of them would have qualified if they had they got to Eurovision. Flia Papa, it didn't work for me. It just made me think of the French song, "Allez, allez, alla," or whatever, a similar song. It seemed like a bit of a joke of that one. I just wanted the song to be over throughout, so not for me. Monsters. I think the song was good. I don't. She seemed to be almost like a Loreen copycat, maybe Sarah Alto trying to copy too much. So it to me it felt trying too hard, and then she didn't have the vocals to back it up. But otherwise, a great beat, and it had potential. Désolé, yeah, it's probably my worst of the four. Very, very boring. I don't think it belonged. It's not a Eurovision type song in my mind. Maybe in charts it would do well, but it's not Eurovision for me. So, yeah, not very good.
Hey, thanks for that. It's amazing how everyone has got Fia Papa down as sounding like a different song. For me, it made me think of Sa Manui Pa, which was the Belgian national final entrant Shirin from 2023. And I thought it had a bit of that vibe kind of going on in terms of the beat and things. And it's funny though how it's just kind of resonated in different ways with different people. I did think, however, they did have a decent selection. Obviously, we had Perfectly Imperfect, which I thought was really good, and I did pick up on the Danish vibes as well. Monster, obviously, decent ballad. Désolé, I wanted to love this song so much. I wanted to love this song so much. The one problem I have is when you spend a lot of time walking around the stage going dee ba ba la ba da ba da, it just kind of loses it for me. And I suppose that was the shame of it at the end. Mick, let's come to you. What was your take on it? Did you pick up on any of these vibes that were going on?
Well, I certainly with song 3 got Ann Summers vibes, that's for sure. as dressed by Ann Summers. I thought, yeah, interesting. I wish my dandruff was as golden as song number 1 was, but there you go. And like you said, song number 4, I love French. It's my Eurovision language. I wanted it to do so well. And apart from the earwormy thing, it didn't really go anywhere. But having said that, they weren't bad songs, because Belgium, you really pulled the hat out. It was a cracking final. A good selection of songs, different genres. I loved it. So, yeah.
Brilliant. Cheers, Mick. And finally, but by no means least, giving us the view of the chat room and their own views as well. Let's pass to ESC's couple. The couple with the most S, Phil and Michelle.
I've got 2 questions. One is, Eileen, my tent is a 6-man tent. Would that fit in your back garden?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And secondly, French. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
Oh, crikey. Is that directed at anyone particularly?
Anyone.
I hope it was directed at you, Phil, to be fair.
Oh.
So anyway, let's get on with it. So Lee's perfectly imperfect.
We're still sleeping.
I think Mick just called me fat because I'm in a 6-man tent. And he said, "Oh, where are you sleeping?" Well,
Oh, crikey.
thanks a lot, Mick. I know where you live. So I thought it was a strong start, but I felt like I should have liked the
if
song
you're sleeping
more.
with Eileen.
God,
Oh.
God. It's only show
What?
number 2. Anyway, it was a strong start. I feel like I should have liked the song more, but I just didn't, and I'm not sure why. I think the staging was just it seemed a bit too try hard on it.
Yeah, I'm going to say I think I agree with that. I mean, again, you have the interpretive dances, which is always your favourite. But I mean, she had a good voice, but she was sort of singing like loud and quiet in the sort of same line, effectively. I just wasn't sure about that one. And the second one, Philia Papa Penguin, whatever. It was. I thought. I mean, you said as well. It was very 90s, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, there's a 90s banger that I couldn't quite put my finger on, but that is absolutely just a rip-off from it. Yeah. It just didn't sound original in any way, shape, or form.
What do you think of the third one?
It was loud breathing on a microphone again. It was the and it's like, oh, stop, just don't breathe so loud into a microphone. I've got a thing about loud breathing as well. Because you breathe loud, don't you?
Apparently.
I've not smothered you yet, though, but this time. But I thought vocally, it was amazing. And I'll be having a dance to it at Euro Club, obviously. But it was just missing something.
Yeah. And the fourth song, I to be honest, I thought that was missing something as well. Mantissa. I mean, I like the funky beat to it, but I just thought there was something not quite there.
This is it, yeah, because I liked it, but I think it was off-putting having everyone in black with a black background, and I think it was to highlight the faces so that they looked, so that you were looking at the faces when they were moving. But I think they could have done that in a better way. It needed better staging, and I think the song was good. I think the vocals were near enough there. I think obviously by the time they got to Eurovision, it would have been fine. It's just the staging again was wrong on it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in the chat room, Lee definitely said it was a good national final. Have we got any more comments? Johnny liked song 1. Thought that I could have won. Song 2, Papa Nicole. The car should have been a Renault.
That's one for the youth again.
Yeah, it's an old Renault advert with Papa and Nicole. Song 3 was a great power song, and he thought song 4 was a good song, but a little out of tune. Little John says the Monster, somebody stolen a Sarah Alto B-side, but John says it wasn't Sarah Alto because she wasn't strapped to a wheel. Christoph, Lee's really delivered well. Lamonu did not exceed expectations. Monster was Tattoo Light or Zero, and Mantissa didn't level her song up. It felt flat. But all in all, everyone seems to have liked the final itself. So yeah, it was a good start.
It is absolutely fabulous start. And so, having listened to 4 fantastic songs, it's time for 4 more. Let's take a listen. There we had it, the final 4 songs. We had Air Balloon, we had Stephanie Calabro, and I may have forgotten to write her song title down. Whoops. We had Red Sebastian, Strobe Lights, and we had Grace with Pull Up. As I said, we'd go to our Belgians first for their opinions on this. It was their national final after all, and we're going to go straight to you now. What's your thoughts?
Oh, I loved it. Well, Air Balloon, he was singing Good Morning. I was actually already thinking Good Evening. I wanted to go to sleep. It wasn't doing it for me. I felt it was too boring. And I think he might have gone to the national final because he's the grandchild of Louis Neves. Yeah, it was a nice staging, like with the smoke and stuff, but the song itself, no, it didn't do it for me. It was too boring. Then the other one, who was first? Was it Stephanie Calabot? Yeah, it was really special. I think a bit too special to go through to the final. It was a love or hate song. I didn't really like the way she was like kind of screeching some parts. It was nice to see something different though. Then of course, like my favorite of the night, Red Sebastian with Strobe Lights. Hell yeah! Where's the party? There was the party. Like, oh my god! If we would have sent this to Eurovision, who knows? We will know in the end. I mean, play. Yes, yes, work. It was amazing. Back to the 90s, but who cares? I really love it. The 90s were my youth. I love it. Uh, Nothing more to say. And then the last song, Grace Pull Up. It was a nice song as well. I don't know. It kind of missed something, but I cannot point out what. I really like the fact she sang in her native language. I don't remember which one it was. I think it's like from Congo or something. But I actually liked the closure, the end. It was a really nice ending. So I would say Belgium, a job well done.
Hey, brilliant. Thanks, Yina. Elena, let's come to you then. 4 cracking songs there, 4 more cracking songs to be fair. I think they all had a fantastically high standard this year. What were your favourites and why?
My favorites, one of my favorites was Red Sebastian, but I think we'll talk about him a bit later on. And then we had Len Neves. Okay, he's the grandson of Louis Neves and the son of Günter Neves, which are both singers. But I think he did his staging well because he was not the greatest dancer. He still needs to develop his dancing bones, and I think he played that card well out. Then we had oh my god, I forgot. Stephanie
Gloria.
with Gloria. Yeah, it's a song you hate it or you love it. There's no in between. And the thing is, those songs actually do well at Eurovision. Every year we have that one song that we're like, how did it end up here? And then it gets so much votes from the I think it's public or the jury, I don't know, one of them, and I'm then shocked as hell because they get so high. So I think maybe it would have done well, but it was not really my taste in music, but she can sing. Then we had Grace with Pull Up. I love that she graduated from that walking stick, but she took her garden chairs out, and I was like, really? Lise had those sofas, like the chairs, and then you use garden chairs. Like, okay, we can sleep in my garden when Red Sebastian wins a bit later on. We can use them, but it's a bit early now.
Do you know what? It was sunny here today, maybe making the most of the winter sunshine. I thought we had 4 cracking songs there. Obviously, Red Sebastian, we might discuss it in a bit. Who knows? Who knows? Don't want to give anything away. Grace Pull Up had what I'd like to call the solo bounce. I think if you listened very carefully, you could probably have run a bit of a solo, running through part of that. Although, yeah, do you know what? I had a sneaking admiration for the tune. Gloria, alas, not my thing. I put musicals meet Eurovision. And I think possibly that sums up that one. Len Air Balloon, also, I would say, not for me. And I know he has the history and everything like that. But I was put off by the suit, which I think probably was worn for nostalgic reasons, maybe. I don't know. But it looked like he'd been in Gary O'Shaughnessy's wardrobe from 2001. And I'll let you draw your own conclusions. So that one, and the straps that were coming off the suit and stuff, did he borrow them from Elliot from 2019? I don't know. What do I know? I'll tell you what. Let's go to Phil and Michelle. Let's see what they thought. What do you think, guys?
Do you want to go on? You kick off.
Okay, Lennon Air Balloon. Yeah, what was going on with his suit? He looked like he put a shirt on. He's going to put a suit on. He put like a green tracksuit top on him as well. It was just a bit too cheerful for me. I don't know.
We've been married too long.
Yeah. We're just too cynical.
I thought it was a light and cheery, uplifting song.
Okay.
Then I put, not for me. I like the concept of it, but the song, I think the staging distracted from the song, and he was too busy trying to do what he was going to do, and he couldn't concentrate on what he should have been doing in the first place, which was singing. I think it just impacted on his performance and was just a distraction. Stephanie, Gloria?
Well, what can you say?
I think it could have been amazing, but it wasn't. She needs to dial it back a bit. I'm saying it was a bit too much, so it must be too much. And that sort of screeching that she was doing and shouting, and it was just not cohesive at all. It was about 4 different songs in her head playing at once, she just sang whichever one she felt like at that time.
Yeah, it was like really shouty and odd, and then suddenly there was like a fairly normalish chorus with the choir back in it.
And it was like, she was sharp when she was singing. It was like sharp and harsh.
Didn't work for me.
No. Don't mention the next one.
Okay, yeah, Red Sebastian, yeah.
What did I just say? I said don't mention it. What's the first thing you did? You mentioned it.
Okay, fair enough.
Grace and Pull Up.
Yeah.
Finally, a bit of light on the stage after all the darkness that we've had. Shame that the song was originally from Chanel.
Yeah, it was very much. You could sing slow-mo to the same tune.
It was shocking, a shocking.
It was a rip-off, wasn't it?
Why did nobody notice that? Or they just did and went, oh, it'll do. Just put it on anyway. It's too late now. We can't change it.
I mean, I don't know if you want to go through comments now, but certainly some people have mentioned that.
We'll do it after when everyone's had a chat. Yeah. You can't just. It was so blatantly obvious. She must have known what she was doing. And poor lass, somebody's gone, it'll be fine. Nobody will notice. We did.
Oh, cheers, guys. And it's nice to see you picked up on it as well. Okay. Mick, you're bound to have loads and loads and loads of opinions on this. So hopefully the time delay kicks in and you're ready to speak about now.
Yeah, Len, proving that you can be tall and cute at the same time. I thought it was a lovely, positive song, which we need in these dark times. And that's what Emily de Forest said, the new Senate. It was positive, bouncy, but too nice, really, you know, and I felt in fear of his safety, you know, climbing over all those boxes. But as he's a mountaineer, perhaps he's Stephanie. I loved the strange sausage outfit she was wearing. The sausage skin, I called her, sausage skin woman. Intense and emotional. That certainly came through the screen. It was grabbing me by the throat, saying, "Look how intense I am." Yeah, people have said about the screeching, and I kind of agree. That kind of put me off after a while. The song 7 will come to, but all I'll say is ditch the platform. And 8, Grace. Nice way to finish this show. A nice upbeat, colourful, light. We could actually see them. Brilliant.
Thanks, Mick. Let's go to Brendan. Brendan, what did you think of these?
Len with Air Balloon. I don't think I heard him say Air Balloon once during the song. Isn't the title meant to be used in the song somewhere? Maybe it could have been my hearing, because all I could ever hear was the good morning. The rest was mumbling for me. Maybe the theme was there. Maybe there's something wrong with my speakers, because Kerry even weighed in for the Stephanie and said that she sounds like a teenage boy. His voice hasn't broken or it's starting to break. And yeah, there's a lot of screeching. It wasn't great. And very, very boring for me too. Very odd. And then Greece with Pull Up. That was my favourite out of the 3. However, yeah, very much a copycat. There's numerous songs that you just play over that and it's exactly the same. And it was not the word pull up I was hearing. The up was not what I was hearing. So we'll leave that one there.
Interesting.
Yep.
Carry on. Carry on.
I'll leave Red Sebastian where it is for now.
Yeah, all these people leaving Red Sebastian till last. I can't imagine why we would ever want to actually. Oh, wait, hang on. Let's have a look and see what actually happened at the national final. I wonder who won.
Red Sebastian mocht als voorlaatste. Wow! Dat... Red Sebastian gegeven. Strobe light van Red Sebastian!
As if we didn't guess, Red Sebastian walked away with the Belgian national selection. Mick, you said ditch the platform. Why ditch the platform? That's what I want to
know. Because too static. For the song, you needed him down. You needed the dancers in the dark. You couldn't see him. And, I mean, luckily the song was good enough, but it was just too static. And I kept thinking, oh, it's coming down. Then it seemed to be going back up again. And I thought, no. Get him on the ground. Get him with all the dancers. That'd work much better. A song on a plinth. That's never won, has it?
No. Song on a plinth never won at all. To be fair, I think they've nicked Benjamin Ingrosso's colour scheme. But then, to be fair, was it Benjamin Ingrosso's colour scheme to nick in the first place? That I do wonder. Let's go to Phil and Michelle. What do we make of Red Sebastian?
I'm going to agree with what Mick said about the plinth, to be honest.
We have plinth facts.
Yes. Go on. You have plinth facts. Go on.
Well, Sand by Sabbath.
Yeah.
Stuck her on a plinth, just stationary on a plinth, came nowhere. And also, who was that Australian woman that they stuck on a plinth? Damn him. Yep, stuck her on a plinth, took too long to get her off. If they'd have stood her up sooner, she'd have won. Plinths never do any favours for anybody on the plinth. It makes you too static. It's all right being up in the air. And it's like, who was that woman that they stuck in the air with the big dress? Do you remember?
France.
Yeah, yeah,
Nada.
yeah.
La
And
Vie
it
de Mon.
just looked daft. And it's like, no, put her on the ground, and she would have done so much better. Ban plinths from Eurovision, or at least a time limit. You can only be on it for 15 seconds at the beginning, maximum.
Lorraine.
That's not really a plinth.
Well, it
That
was kind of.
She was
wasn't
lay on the floor. She
To
was
be
just lay
fair,
on the floor.
but for every Loreen, I do remember, didn't they put James Newman on a plinth surrounded by 2 polystyrene trumpets? Just
Yeah,
saying.
just don't put people on a plinth.
Yeah.
But the song's fantastic and reminds me of drugs and dancing and everything that's wonderful about life.
Ooh.
Well, I look forward to being in a tent in Eileen's back garden.
Yeah. Yeah, this was definitely the best song of the night, I think.
Oh, it was.
I mean, there were
By
other good
miles.
songs, but it was the best song
No,
of the night.
this was by an absolute mile. And also, Eileen, do you take orders for breakfast?
Well, that's a definite nod there. Orders, didn't say requests though, so you might have to eat what you're given. Right, okay, let's go. We'll go to Brendan. Brendan, what did we think on this?
It wasn't my cup of tea. I enjoy the rave, but I think it's more of a Luke Telk. I think it's big hype. It'll flop. It's not a carrier or a baby lasagna whatsoever. I don't think it'll do well with the juries. Controversial, but yeah, it's just too much going on for me.
He's just in. I'm just hearing, Brendan, that you've been added to some kind of Belgian blacklist. I'm not sure what it is, but they're just kind of
That's right. That's fine. As long as I go to Hecht in Netherlands, I'm fine.
Right, okay, come on then. Alina, let's. I don't think she can contain herself for much longer. Go on,
No.
Alina.
I need to speak. Okay, so first of all, we have the Red Devils, we have the Red Flames, we have the Red Lions, the Red Panthers, we have the Red Dragons, the Red Wolves, the Red Knights. You see a theme here? Now we have Red Sebastian. For side note, that were all sports teams of Belgium. Just saying, yeah. So there is a team on here in Belgium. Also, we had like this famous club called Zillion, which was all a rave, which was all a party, drugs, partying, you know the drill. Famous movie also came out of it. This is so Belgium to the core. Like, if you now are looking for a Belgian song, this is it. And I get what you're saying with the platform. In the arena, it was amazing. When I saw it on TV, I was like, yeah, I can understand why you're saying this. But in the arena, it was just a party. And when the dancers came on, that was so great. But he is such a sweet, lovely guy. And the song is so amazing. And I love it. And, you know, I have a huge garden. So everyone is just welcome here. But we have to make a time schedule for like the bathroom and toilet breaks. But, you know, stay at Lokeren. It's all good.
Amazing. I mean, you could always bring in some portaloos or something for the occasion. I'm just saying you could expand the offering.
Well, actually, Eileen, on that note, we do have our own porta potty.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Tent, yeah. But it's only for our use. Nobody else can use it.
Okay.
That's
And it's
nice,
only
yeah.
for wees.
But to be honest, I don't think Belgium wants to win, and I don't think we are going to win because I don't think we can host it. Like, it took us so long to make a government. We can organize Eurovision. Like, that's mission impossible. Just saying. We are not going to win. I think we will be top 10, hopefully top 7 or 5. Just saying.
The thing is, you say Belgium can't host the Eurovision, the government can't organise themselves. I mean, look at the United Kingdom, and somehow we still managed to pull off a fantastic contest in Liverpool, in spite of the way we're run. Good evening, Prime Minister.
But can I just make one request? If we win and someone from the VRT or RTBF is watching, I want to give out the points. I'm taking my shot here. Like, call me.
Fair enough. You do that. Let's come to you then. What do you reckon?
Well, first I want to say we can host Eurovision. We've done it in 2005. VRT and RTBF had done Junior Eurovision together. So they can do it. But let's just leave that aside. They will not do it together. But we can host Eurovision. Red Sebastian was like the favorite. Top. Everything Eileen said, I agree. Except for not hosting Eurovision. It was like a party going on. This will definitely qualify. If it doesn't, kill me now. Michelle, don't laugh.
Surely we should kill you after it doesn't qualify. We can't kill you now.
That's true. So, I forgot what I was saying.
You were saying
If
it's
we-
going to
if it-
qualify.
Yeah, it's going to qualify like 100%. If we are going to win, well, I don't know. Depends on the other countries as well. So now what, Eileen? What do you want to say?
I just forgot that it apparently is his long life dream to actually go to Eurovision. When he was
Oh.
13 years old, I think, he was dreaming and making steps to go to Eurovision, and he was writing since 2017, I think, letters or emails to the VRT from Pick Me. So just little mentioning, like, I'm super happy for him. So now I will shut up.
Well, let's look at facts here. There are 15 songs in semi-final one, of which we know 3. One is obviously Belgium. You've got Albania, and then you've got Slovenia. Well, I know which one I'd prefer. There we go. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
My country.
Big thanks to Eurotally as well. I just flashed the comment up on the screen. Misses the Belgium of old. No, not the 10s, but the late 2000s. Who remembers Shite Mika cover in 2007 or Drunk Elvis in 2009? Last for days. I notice you haven't mentioned Natalie Source on Vida Vive from 2000s there. Although, to be fair, I was a bit of a fan of Sanomi myself. Guys, we have almost reached the end of our Belgium review show. Sad times. But do you know what? Since we're running a little bit ahead, I'm going to give everyone an opportunity for their final thoughts on Belgium this year in 5 words. Okay, just going to emphasize this for people. 5 words. Okay. We'll start with Phil and Michelle. I think Aline needs to shorten hers a bit.
Up to now, it's the best.
Hey!
The best national final yet. Because if I said so far, it'd be 6.
That's too many words now. Shush.
Brendan.
I'll do it in 3. Wrong song chosen.
You're on a list.
Go on, Mick.
Now.
This this old guy still dances.
You know.
I want Belgium to win.
Elena.
Brandon is not allowed in Belgium. So not me.
Elena.
Yes.
To be fair, Elena, I think you got some problems within as well.
No, it was that or something with Eric Saade. So
Melfest's on Saturday nights. You've missed that one. And from me, thank you, panel. Great show. There we go. Guys, we are back in just 16 minutes. 16 minutes. We're doing all things Benidorm Fest. We might even wheel in a new face or an old face to host. Who knows? In the meantime, I'd like to say a massive thanks to my panel. Massive thanks to Elena.
Thanks for having me, and you will see me dancing.
Hey, Tayina.
Dank u, merci, danke. Thank
And Mick.
you.
Thank you, Belle.
To Brendan.
Thank you. Sorry, Belgium.
And to Phil and Michelle.
See you all in a bit.
Yeah,
Thanks for
thank you
having
very
us.
much. Yep, see you on the Spring Show.
Thanks for joining us in the chat as well, and we'll see you in 15 minutes. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.